apparently she's going to reissue a stuff.
Oh, I saw the dream somewhere.
I saw the dream and the cover looked a bit there. But I've got the first three on vinyl when I bought when they first came out. And that's that. Yeah, Japanese.
I know, it's so
cool, man.
Japanese pressing of 3D.
Look at that, kick inside. Japanese. It's a different front.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. No. You got bombs?
Yeah,
actually, to be honest, I need to get old set place. You know, I tried to replace the rival. And it came $2.99.
Oh no, I saw that.
You paid like
How we doing? VC, vinyl community, YouTube, and anybody else you care to mention. Oh, blimey, I'm gagging for a cup of tea. Gagging. Last Sunday. Oh, that's better. Last Sunday, went to a record fair at Reading, down south. Anybody outside the UK, outside Britain or whatever, don't know. Reading is basically to the west of London. Big, huge town. This was at the Students' Union on the Reading University campus. New venue. Admittedly, I've not been to the old venue, so I can't really compare anything. Took me a couple of hours or so to get there. Easy enough to find. Plenty of parking there, although a lot of it is, by the looks of it, pay and display. There was a car park, a small one next to the Students' Union where the record fair was. I drove in. Luckily, I saw a space straight away, so I dashed straight into it. 100-yard walk to the main entrance. Got in. £4 entrance fee, £4. I think is a bit much, really, but hey ho. I mean, I could have bought another album with that, 7-inch single, whatever. I noticed more or less straight ahead of me there was like a big sort of biggish main hall type thing, and then to the right of me I saw another little room where there was also record sellers or vendors, as you good people over in North America and that say. So as it turned out, there's like one sort of main sort of hall where there was a lot of selling going on and buying, and there was like 3 other smaller rooms with sellers. I visited each one. All of them seemed quite busy. Plenty of people there, plenty being purchased, plenty being brought, a lot of chit chat. I came away with 7 albums, a couple of 7-inch singles. I'll show them in a minute. Tons and tons of stuff that if you didn't come away with something from there, there must be something wrong with you. Of course, we all go to these record fairs with hopes of finding certain stuff. In my case, I was hoping to find a few bits. Luckily, I did find a couple. There was shitloads of 7-inch singles there for all you singles lovers like me. Loads of different genres. There was a shed load of reggae, skinhead reggae, your usual stuff by the Beatles. There was Beatles by the ton, the Who, loads of Who stuff and that, loads of ska and all that. Yeah, I was well chuffed. There was a chap there selling just Japanese pressings, LPs and that. They were going for about 40 to 45 quid each. Yeah, there was a load of skinhead oi stuff there, and all one seller had a load of that. I was in my element. But yeah, something for everybody there. Dirt cheap stuff, expensive stuff. I think the most expensive record I saw and picked up, and there was probably some others costing more than that. I saw out the corner of my eye one bloke, he had a copy of Frankenchrist by the Dead Kennedys, which is an album I really wanted for a long while. Some of you will know it's got a rather rude poster that comes with it. He had a copy, but I'm not sure if it had the inserts and the poster. 150 quid. Loved the album, loved the band, don't love the price. Wasn't for me. So anyway, let's get on and show you what I came home with. We'll start with the two 7-inch singles. Pauline Black with Sunday Best. Just hope you can see these okay. Of course, Pauline Black, lead singer, the Selector. Great two-tone band. And this one features Neville Staples and Linval Golding, who I'm sure you'll know from the specials. Okay, shall we have a look at the see if we can whip it out, as the prostitute said to the bishop on the chrysalis label. Good old injection moulding, as per usual with chrysalis. Admittedly, I haven't played this yet, or any of the other albums I've got. A couple of them I've already heard before in the past, but I'm so far behind with listening to stuff. I might be able to catch up a bit today. Judge Dredd, always looking to buy anything I haven't got from a Judge Dredd collection. The king of rudeness, Judge Dredd. And a good write-up on the back here about him as well. I might do a Judge Dredd video sometime in the future. I've got a load of his stuff here. And I did pick up a Judge Dredd album as well, on the Dojo label. One other thing I do like doing at these record fairs, I do like looking at the albums I've already got and seeing how much these sellers are charging for them. And more often than not, 9 times out of 10, I stand there having a chuckle because I didn't pay what they're bloody asking, and my copies are downside better condition than some of the ones I've come across. Right, the albums. I've just mentioned Judge Dredd. There we go, Judge Dredd, Rubber Dub. This is on the Creole label. Although I think it's a British pressing by the looks of it. A lot of his later stuff was pressed in Germany. And I will say this again, if you're easily offended, Judge Dredd isn't for you. Isn't for you. So you have been warned. He's the most banned artist in British music history. Banned from TV, banned from radio. He was even banned from appearing in the British Book of, not the British Book, the Guinness Book of World Records, as the most banned artist, music artist. Pathetic, I know. And he did write a song for Elvis Presley as well, believe it or not. That's for another time. That's on the Creole label. Hope you can see it all okay. I never know in these videos if you can see stuff all right. So yeah, I picked that up. That was cheap. Always happy to add to my Judge Dredd collection. I can't be far off getting all of his albums. Like I say, a lot of his latest stuff was more or less hits type affairs, and a lot of them were pressed in Germany. This is a reggae album. I got this from the same seller as the Judge Dredd one. Reggae Tight by the Jubilee Stompers. And I've got to admit, I've never heard of this group. And I've got to be careful how I show that, because there's a bit of nip showing there. Ken Patton, saxophonist from Jamaica. I've heard the name, it is familiar. Came over to Britain and started playing music, mostly jazz and stuff like that at first, and then moved on to reggae. The name and the name of the band members are familiar. I have heard them, but I've got to admit I've not heard this. Like I say, I've not heard this album yet. Really looking forward to playing it. Grand old label there, Hallmark. Bit of a budget brand, but the music isn't budget. No, it isn't. So yeah, really looking forward to listening to that. I did mention there was stuff there by The Who, and I did pick up a Who album. It's one I haven't got. I've got to get hold of The Wire. Is one something? Is it Endless Wire or something like that? I've got it on CD. It's not one I play much. Live at Leeds, I did see several copies of Live at Leeds, and this is where some of you VC folk can perhaps help me. If you've got a proper original copy of Live at Leeds with all the inserts and that, could you let me know via this thread or Instagram if you go on there? I am on Instagram. What the inserts are. Give me some sort of rough idea. Because I did see copies of Live at Leeds there, and some had inserts in, some didn't, some had some of the inserts, so they said. I saw one that said it had 9 inserts, or 9 bits and bobs, whether they're the real bona fide things, I don't know. So if you do know, please let me know. I didn't want to buy a copy and find out it's all a load of cobblers, what they put, perhaps some bits and bobs somebody's just photocopied and put inside. So yeah, I didn't pick up a copy of Live at Leeds, which is one album I'm desperately wanting to get hold of. I did see this going cheap. Not everybody's Who favourite. I've not heard this for many years, so I'm kind of going to be familiarising myself with it. The Who, It's Hard. There's the rear. I've never seen a decent copy of this in a record fair or a car boot sale or whatever. Lyric in a sleeve on the Polydor label. Yep, not heard this for many years, so like I say, I'm going to be sort of familiarising myself with it. Again, that was quite a cheap one. This was my first buy of the day. I sort of went round thumbing through boxes and that, sawing stuff I fancied. Yeah, I'll come back to that later if I fancy it. Went into one of the smaller rooms off the main hall. Came across this. Absolutely love Sham 69. Hersham Boys. This says well, there was 2 of these. One of them's got this hype sticker on it, the other one didn't. And it's a single disc album with a free 12-inch single. And this was only £10. Alright, the sleeve's not in the best condition. That's the inner. But the vinyl was in damn good condition. So I was happy, yeah. Happy to pay a tenner for it. Yeah, this is the actual album. On Polydor. Custom label. Again, I've not played this yet. Not really had a chance to or time to. Busy with work and family. But I have heard it in the past. So yeah, we'll put that one down there. I'll put all these away when I'm done and dusted. That one's sliding all over the bleeding place. And there, yeah, like I say, it came with a free 12-inch single. If the Kids Are United. And Borstal Breakout. Borstal Breakout, that side. if the kids are united, that side, which is a cracking, great, stomping sort of punk tune. Sham 69 were a fantastic punk band. Jimmy Percy and that started up the band again a good while ago. They are playing, they are touring. I'm hopefully going to go and see them later on this year. Sort of punk heroes of mine, blighted by absolute racist fucking scumbags in the early days, and they did a gig at the Rainbow in London. I think Gary Bushell described as the last stand, which ended up in chaos and fighting and the place being smashed up and that, all because of racist fucking scum bastards, a lot of them. Jimmy Percy just had enough and walked away from the scene. This was my second purchase of the day, and it's a reissue, and it's still sealed in the shrink. The Damned, Machine Gun Etiquette, 20 quid. You pay more than that at HMV. You look probably looking at 25 to 30 pounds for that. I'm on a real Damned sort of trip journey at the minute, since me and the daughter saw them at the Alley Pally. Absolutely fantastic band. I love them to death. I've never owned a copy of this, never. I have heard it many, many years ago, back in the day. Listened to a friend's copy. Really looking forward to this, especially it's got the track on here, Love Song, which is one of my favourites by them. Smash It Up, it's on here as well, part 1, and the actual Smash It Up main single as well. 20 quid, brand new, still in the shrink. I ain't going to grumble at that. Don't care if it's a reissue. In all honesty, if I wanted an original copy of that, I'd probably be talking about 50 to 70 quid. It's a no-brainer really. I'm not bothered if it's a reissue. I couldn't give a shit if it's an original pressing. I couldn't give a toss if it's pressed in a bleeding shed halfway up Mount Kilimanjaro, you know, by colour-blind Mexicans on friggin' acid. I couldn't give a stuff. I'm just into the music. Don't care what pressing it is. Couldn't give a stuff. I'm no bleeding audiophile. Right, I went there with the hopes of at least finding a couple of albums, and these are them. This one I've been after for a long time. A band I really love, and really I've got to thank Mike PC31, the Vinyl Policeman, for kind of reintroducing me to this group. I've had records by them for ages. Rock Lobster, yeah, especially, and he's a fan of this group as well, and he kind of rekindled my love for them. Although they've always had a place in the old heart, you know, basically at the back there in their own little place. He showed stuff by them, rekindled my love for them. B-52s, Wild Planet, and this one's in more or less minty condition. It's one of theirs I've been after for a long time. Sleeve is in fantastic nick. Inner sleeve. I saw a copy of this at the record fair at Leicester many months ago, and I thought, yeah, I put it back. Try to remember where it was, what seller had it. Right, I'll come back for you later. Guess what? Forgot where it bloody well was, and when I did find out where I left it, placed it, it bleeding well gone. So I've learnt my lesson. I came across this and I got it straight away. There we go. B-52s Wild Planet, one I've been after for a long time. Not heard this for many years either. Minty condition. Pleased as punch to get. I mean, even if I found one, you know, VG plus, decent price, I'd have picked it up. Real stoked to get hold of that. Love the B-50. Everybody should make a bit of room in their hearts for the B-52s. This one, it's The Damned again. I've been after this one for years. I've had the CD for a long time. Always wanted the album on vinyl. The only copies I've found in the past, too much money for too poor quality. And when I have found a really good one, it's been the white vinyl version, and they wanted silly buggers money for it. So no, although I could afford to buy a real top-notch copy, I don't see why I should. So I've held out, hoped I would find a copy, and I did find one. The Damned, Phantasmagoria. Absolutely fantastic album by them, one of my favourites. And a bit of a Brucey bonus for this one. Let's just hold the back. Yeah, here's the back. Sleeves in okay condition. It's still got the hype sticker on it. What they've done, they've sort of folded it over, and there's a reason for that. I'll show you in a minute. Inner sleeve, track listing. Absolutely, I adore this album. MCA, vinyl's in fantastic condition, and there's like I said, there was a reason for the hype sticker being folded over and stuck over like that, and that is because it comes with a free 12-inch single, Eloise, and there's something to my right here just about to slide over. Yeah, Eloise. I've already got Eloise and 12-inch single, but I haven't got this free one that came with the album. This one's a bit special because it's blue vinyl. Eloise, that side, the side I've just shown you before, Beat Girl and Temptation. Absolutely pleased as punch to find this, totally made up. It's that and the B-52s are probably my favourite purchases of the day. I'm on a real big Damned fix at the minute, like I say, since seeing them at the Alley Pally with daughter. Boys, for last month I've got to do a video for it. There's a couple of Damned albums in there as well. Final purchase of the day, as well as the usual records and that. There's people there selling music magazines, old and new, posters, etc. I picked up a poster for 10 quid. Prince Buster, one of my heroes. And it's actually a copy of a real concert poster. I can only go by what the dealer tells me. He was there, he says. That is his actual ticket. And the reason why his ticket's on there was because the poster, when he got hold of it, was ripped. And the ticket is masking the rip. And his son got a few of these made up at his place of work. Yeah, I paid a tenner for that, and I'm more than happy to do so. That's going to be framed. That will be going up on the wall eventually. So yeah, brilliant Prince Buster poster. One of my heroes. Absolutely love Prince Buster. And of course, a few days ago was the anniversary of his passing. So yeah, that was it. Purchases, just general opinion. on the Reading Record Fair. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. There is food and drink there, but I was noticing that a lot of people were taking their own grub in there. There's plenty of places where you can sit down and eat. And there's a little courtyard between a couple of the halls as well. So I think if I go next time, I might take a few sandwiches with me or whatever. There is the usual sort of coffee outlets type things there, artisan type bloody cafe things. So yeah, would I go again? Yes, I would. I think the next one is in November the 26th, I think. They do advertise on Facebook, so I'm on Facebook, so I'll have to double check that and I'll let you know. So yeah, I'll definitely go again. Hopefully I'll see some of yous there. Brilliant. Nice to see you. To see you nice. Cheerio. Oh, crikey, my knees are giving me sodding chip.